Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i zapraszam was na kolejny odcineczek z gry Unwritten. Moi drodzy, z tego co pamiętam musimy przygotować miksturę, żeby dowiedzieć się co nam dolega. Doktor Arturo stwierdził, że prawdopodobnie jest to tęsknota za przyjaciółmi, ale jaka jest faktyczna diagnoza, no tego nie wiem. Mam nadzieję, że kiedy uda nam się przygotować wszystkie składniki i je zmielić, to dowiemy się co tak naprawdę dolega Eve. Mamy tutaj sadzawkę, z której musimy wyłowić czerwonego śledzia. Niestety, albo mój poziom doświadczenia w łowieniu ryb jest zbyt mały, ponieważ cały czas wyławiam buta, albo robię coś źle. Być może nie mam jakiejś przynęty. Dobra. Chodźmy zatem jeszcze raz do biblioteki. Spójrzmy na regał z książkami i zobaczmy... No bo... Przeczytaj książkę o roślinach. Wydaje mi się, że gdzieś być może będzie tutaj jakaś książka wędkarska. Tylko muszę to wszystko dokładnie przeanalizować. Książka o wędkarstwie, o właśnie.
Right. Aha, oh, twice in a row, then, that was educational.
Czy się czegoś nauczyłem? Teoretycznie wzrósł mój poziom doświadczenia do 24. Ogólnie, moi drodzy, zmniejszyłem też rozdzielczość w tej grze. Mam nadzieję, że napisy będą teraz troszeczkę większe i będzie to bardziej czytelne. Aczkolwiek, no nie wiem, nie jestem do końca pewien. Na chwilę obecną nie jestem w stanie sprawdzić, czy faktycznie czcionka jest większa. Dobra, skoro wzrósł mój poziom doświadczenia, spróbuję ponownie złowić rybę.
At last. Now I can tick the red herring off my list.
No i bingo. Poziom wędkarski wzrósł do 25. Udało mi się złowić czerwonego śledzia. Potrzebuję jeszcze miodu, potrzebuję jeszcze... No właśnie, co my potrzebowaliśmy? Zielony owoc, tak? Tutaj mamy krzew trwożnika. Niestety owoce są czerwone, a my potrzebujemy zielonych. Spójrz na ul. No stąd na pewno będziemy w jakiś sposób mogli zdobyć miód. Może za pomocą tych elementów, które udało mi się pod koniec poprzedniego odcinka zdobyć. Na przykład ściętą trzciną.
Isn't there a turn of phrase like stirring up a bee's nest? I think the saying's trying to give us a warning. As long as the bees are wide awake and buzzing, I don't dare.
Albo na przykład pałką. No tak. Z tego co mówił Arbor, potrzebujemy dymu, żeby w jakiś sposób wykurzyć te osy.
Hi, Arbor.
Oh, Ivo!
Wracając do mikstury.
About the potion.
Art?
Możesz raz jeszcze opowiedzieć mi o trwożniku?
What was that with the lettuce bush and the green fruit again?
If the bush gets scared, feels threatened or unwell, then its fruit will turn green and sour.
No dobra, ale w jaki sposób miałbym to wykonać?
There's something else. See you later, Arbor.
See ya!
No bo obstawiam, że elementy, które ja mam w ekwipunku, to na tym użyć się nie da, nie? No nie.
I don't really know much about reeds or pipes, but if I'm not mistaken, then those things are called pipe cleaners.
Wycior do fajki. Arborowi nie mogę tego przekazać. No dobra, musimy wykombinować coś innego.
Mother pours water from various jugs into this bowl to cast a spell over the mirror. She did this almost daily in times gone by to ask the mirror who was the fairest elf in all the lands. Ever since the mirror started to hesitate with the answer a few months ago, she hasn't been using it quite so much.
Świetnie. Spójrz na kamień.
A handy smooth stone, Arbor's sheepdog.
O, ja tego kamienia mogę zabrać. No i elegancko trafił do mojego ekwipunku. Spójrz na doniczkę.
Arbor's pot, literally.
Teoretycznie ten kwiat, który jest tutaj smutny, potrzebuje towarzysza bądź towarzyszki. Wtedy się rozbudzi. Czy my gdzieś widzieliśmy jakiegoś kwiata, którego byśmy mogli ewentualnie zabrać? Może warto by było cofnąć się do swojego pokoju?
That leads up to the throne room. Mother will be conducting the affairs of state with an iron will, whilst Pa leans against the tree of life, probably sleeping.
I się tam rozejrzeć. Mamy dzbanki, tak?
Water's the easiest ingredient to find. We have copious amounts of it here.
Czyli wodę będę mógł zabrać stąd. Wlej wodę do miski. Aha, czyli prawdopodobnie to w tej miejscu będę przygotowywał miksturę.
That should do it. The medicine book reckoned that it should be a viscous potion.
Czyli potrzebuję miodu, potrzebuję śledzia. Śledzia już mam, mógłbym teoretycznie go już tutaj wrzucić. Będzie sobie pływał, w sumie czemu nie?
Thanks for the sacrifice, little fish.
Okej. Kamień wielkości pięści. Potrzebuję jeszcze miodu i potrzebuję jeszcze zielonego owocu. Spójrz na kwiatek.
This flower was given to us by the fairies, just like the love lily down in the garden. I bet they belong together.
Okej. Czyli stąd wzięliśmy kwiatka, którego będziemy mogli, obstawiam, że umieścić koło tego kwiata na dole. No dobra, może w jakiś sposób uda się go pobudzić. I Arbor będzie zadowolony.
Look, do you know this flower?
O,
Ha ha ha! You did well, girl.
It would appear so.
You snivelling, girl? You all right?
No. Yes? I don't know.
Well then, I think I've earned myself a little rest now.
dobra, widzę, że Arbor zostawił łopatkę. A, i teraz będzie palił fajkę i dzięki temu pozbędziemy się os. Świetnie.
That's Arbor's little spade. He always leaves his stuff all over the garden, which of course drives Mother mad.
Łopatka trafiła do mojego ekwipunku. Czyli obstawiam, że coś będę mógł za jej pomocą wykopać. Dobra, plan jest taki. Bierzemy ściętą trzcinę i ponownie spróbuję użyć jej na ulu.
The smoke from Arbor's pipe seems to be calming the bees. This is my chance.
Hey now, you all right there?
Sorry, had to do it.
Well, I'm not happy about this destruction of nature. Not unless I get half of that there honey.
I don't need any more. The rest is for you.
Nie, no wydaje mi się, że czcionka mimo wszystko jest tak samo wielka jak była.
Oh, that be good stuff. But that's enough. The bees need a bit too.
Mamy słodki miód. No niestety nie jestem w stanie nic zrobić, żeby ta czcionka była większa. Nie ma w ogóle takiej opcji w menu.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Pożyczyłam twoją łopatkę.
I just need to borrow your spade a moment. Is that okay?
Of course. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Palenie jest niezdrowe.
You shouldn't smoke.
Why not?
It's not healthy.
No lungs, no problems.
Don't you think it's a bit weird and warped to smoke yourself?
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Don't tell no one, though.
Tak, ale jak pokazaliśmy mu książkę o stolarstwie, to się przeraził. Tęsknisz czasem za swoim dawnym życiem?
Do you sometimes miss your old life and the world out there?
It's comfortable here, to be sure.
And boring.
Well, if you're bored, then why stay?
Me? Well, I'm the princess. And Mother's scared that something might happen to me out there. And to be honest, she's probably right.
Well, of course something could happen to you. And what's it called when things happen to you? Life. That's what it's called. You fall over, you get up, you laugh, you cry, you do daft things. Well, how can one enjoy the sunshine if it never rains?
Wracając do mikstury.
Art.
Możesz raz jeszcze opowiedzieć mi o trwożniku, okej.
There's something else.
Brak nowych opcji dialogowych.
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
Art, that I won't.
This is a lettuce bush, just what I need. Only its fruit is red, not green. According to Arbor, the bush's fruit becomes green and sour if it feels afraid or threatened.
No mam kilka elementów w ekwipunku, może gdybym chciał to wykopać, to by się wystraszył? No nie. Łopatki na tym użyć się nie da. Kamieniem też w to rzucić nie mogę. No to nie wiem, nie mam pomysłu. Ale skoro udało mi się zdobyć trzeci element, to pójdę na górę i wrzucę go do tej misy.
About 1 spoon of honey.
No i jeszcze ten nieszczęsny owoc mi pozostał.
Wilbur didn't know that autumn would last for years to come and that elves don't feel the cold, but it was still the best birthday present I've ever had. Mother looked at the hat with so
Chyba że coś znajdę jeszcze w książce o roślinach. Spójrz na hełm.
A present from one of the northern kingdoms. Strange folk up there. The men climb mountains and shout. I think it's some kind of test of courage.
Idź do ogrodu. Przeczytaj książkę o wędkarstwie. Ale nie widzę już tutaj żadnej... Spójrz na wypchanego potwora. Nie widzę już książki o roślinach. Porozmawiaj z medycznym Wademekum.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
Czy czerwone owoce trwożnika też się nadadzą?
We have a lettuce bush in the garden, but its fruit's red, not green.
Those will be useless. Red lettuce fruits are sweet. We need the sour green ones.
Okej.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
Czyli jednak muszą być zielone. Spójrz na kwiatek.
This flower clearly is one of the more exotic of the palace's flowers. It comes from a country in the deep south beyond the deserts. It's said that the flower of this plant used to be sent as a declaration of war, or if one wanted to deprive someone of all sense.
Okej.
Why do so many people hate this flower? Perhaps it has an abhorrent smell.
O. Wuzela.
Now that explains why this flower is classified as a weapon in 24 countries.
Okej. I trąba trafiła do mojego ekwipunku. Mogę powąchać kwiata. Gdybyśmy tak za pomocą tej trąbki, tej wuwuzeli prowizorycznej wystraszyli krzew trwożnika, może ze strachu zmieniłby kolor na zielony. W sumie można spróbować. Tak, dokładnie, mogę to tu użyć.
If the bush had a heart, it would have skipped a few beats.
No i mamy to. Zielony owoc trwożnika.
Thanks.
Czyli posiadamy tak naprawdę wszystkie składniki do stworzenia mikstury. Mam nadzieję, że kolejność wrzucanych składników do misy nie ma tutaj znaczenia, ponieważ wrzucałem byle jak leciało.
Oh, that fruit smells really sour.
No dobra, teraz wypadałoby to w jakiś sposób zmielić. Mam kamień, tak?
I'm pretty sure that there's never been anything so utterly revolting concocted in the elf burrow ever. Oh, I hope this is some kind of joke.
Wypij lekarstwo.
I don't know much, but I do know that I'm not going to drink this potion until I've had another chat to the medicine book about it. I need to know which disease this potion's meant to be good for. Looks as if it's been pre-digested several times.
Czyli muszę zejść w dół i ponownie porozmawiać z książką. Albo po prostu wezmę
I
miksturę.
don't know much, but I do know that I'm not going to drink this potion until I need to know.
No dobra.
Hi.
Well, what's up?
Mikstura gotowa, ale chyba nie oszukujesz, że to wypiję.
The potion's ready, but you don't seriously expect me to drink it, do you?
You must.
Cheap, I'm so... Yes, I know, but... This, medicine. Well, I did tell you that I wasn't feeling well, and the medicine book here thinks it could be something serious.
She has to drink it, the sour metis fruit, sweet honey and salty fish. That should give us an answer.
No dobra, raz kozie śmierć.
Oh, it looks revolting.
It is medicine. It's not supposed to taste nice. That's right. Down to the last drop.
Not as bad as I was expecting. In actual fact, it's quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that.
Congratulations, Ivo. You are pregnant.
Okej. Jestem ciekaw z kim? Z Wilburem? Nawet ćwierćwirek zemdlał.
No, 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 no. That is completely impossible. You must be wrong. Surely it's a misdiagnosis.
You are an elf and say that potion is quite tasty. I could definitely drink another glass of that. That's raging hormones talking.
I don't have any hormones. Cheap, no. No, the book has made a mistake.
Nie mogę być w ciąży. Ja nigdy...
I cannot be pregnant. I've never stood in the divine water with Nate on Midsummer's Night singing the Song of Life. Why? How do humans do it? They do what?
Elves and humans can have children together, but it's not possible without sex.
You see? We never had sex. At least not to my knowledge.
But the diagnosis is crystal clear.
Załóżmy, że jestem w ciąży. Musi być na to jakieś wytłumaczenie.
Let's just pretend that I am pregnant. There must be some explanation, rational or otherwise.
If we discount the possibility that the child was conceived by natural means, which would certainly appear to be the case here, then that leaves us with just the unconventional conception methods. Did you, perhaps, make some kind of pact with a goblin regarding the child? Child in exchange for gold or a kingdom, for example?
No.
Has a god in the guise of a bull appeared to you in your dreams? Any angels been having a word with you?
No.
Have any stars fallen from the heavens recently?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Then that just leaves magic, or a curse. But unfortunately, that is not my area of expertise.
I wish it was so cheap, but my feeling is that the book is right. I am pregnant.
Pod żadnym pozorem matka nie może się o niczym dowiedzieć.
One thing's certain. Mother must never find out about this. I don't know either. Do you think that my tummy will start to show? Oh,
Musiałam paść ofiarą klątwy.
I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure why, but it would appear that I'm pregnant. And as all other possibilities have been eliminated, then it must be a curse that's responsible. That is fantastic! No, of course I didn't mean it like that, but just think. Me, cursed. That sounds like an adventure. Totally obvious what we need to do now. We ask Archmage Alistair. He's the wisest magician in the realm of man, and he's a friend. He'll be able to tell us what it means. Oh, no, you don't. You remember who was meant to be looking after me so that nothing happens to me, don't you?
Musimy udać się do kamienia morskiego na konsultację z arcymagiem.
Alistair's sure to have the answers. We'll have to track him down in the Mage Tower in Seastone. Only, how are we going to get there? Seastone is days away from here. Oh yeah, saying fly is all well and good. Are you going to teach me quickly then? No, we need a fast mode of transport. And then there's the small matter of the Border Watch. Their longbows can take out a fly's eye at 400 metres, and they will shoot if said fly should dare to set foot in or leave the woodland realm without permission.
Ćwirku, nie znasz przypadkiem dzisiejszego hasła?
You don't by any chance know the password that the Border Watch use? Typical. That's exactly the problem. Mother chooses a new password every single day, and there's no way I'll get it out of her. Oh, why don't you know the password? You normally know everything. Hey, know-it-all. Mother's mirror. It knows more than you. It must know the password. If we work as a team, we should be able to cast a little light on the matter cheap. After all, if it is a curse, then I'm the victim, not the perpetrator. Well, yes, I know that. She'll blame us whatever happens. But it's best for us to have some answers rather than just presenting her the facts, don't you think? Transport and the password. Let's go.
Czyli co, teraz będziemy z lustrem rozmawiać, tak? Jakby z książką i z ptakiem było za mało.
Hi.
Well, what?
Chciałeś powiedzieć mi coś o seksie, prawda?
You were interrupted just now when you were going to tell me about sex.
Indeed, someone is of the opinion that a princess does not need to know about such things.
Oh, come on, tell me.
I could tell you a lot about it, but it would be unwise for me to annoy your parents. They could burn me, or even worse, give me to a public library.
Możesz powiedzieć mi więcej o elfich ciążach?
How do elf pregnancies progress?
They are very similar to human pregnancies, only they take a lot longer, about 4 years. You are presumably in the 6th month.
And if I go into the world of humans to talk to the Archmage, well, time in the human world passes quicker.
Then your pregnancy will go faster, that's for certain. The consequences are difficult to predict. I am not aware of an elf ever having a child outside of the woodland realm.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. If everything goes to plan, then I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll know what's happened.
That would be advisable. Pregnancy can play havoc with the body and mind. It does not take a lot of imagination to work out what a turbo pregnancy in the human world would do to an elf.
Thank you for your help.
That's what I'm here for.
Czyli tak, jesteśmy w ciąży, tak? Prawdopodobnie jesteśmy w ciąży z Nate'em? Tak się nazywał? No dobra. Obstawiam, że musimy porozmawiać z matką. No nie mamy wyjścia.
Nothing for it. Have to talk to Pa.
A, z tatkiem, a nie z matką. To kto jest gorszy?
Ivo, I thought that we'd agreed that you would stay in your room.
Nie jestem małą dziewczynką, żeby zamykać mnie w pokoju.
I'm no longer a little girl who can be shut up in her room.
No? How did you get out of your room? Did you trick Cheep Cheep and then climb over the balcony? That sounds very grown up.
Jestem w ciąży. Jestem ciekaw, jak matka na to zareaguje. Tym bardziej, że znalazła dla nas idealnego partnera.
I'm
What are you, my darling?
pretty. I am pretty.
But of course you are. You are my daughter and an elf princess. So you disobeyed me just to tell me this.
I just left my room to do a bit of training.
Mm-hmm.
You said yourself I've put on a few pounds, and I'm not going to get rid of them by lying around on my bed all day.
Where does this sudden insight come from?
I can't keep asking myself what to do with my life. Perhaps marriage isn't such a bad idea.
It most certainly isn't. And if you train diligently, I'm sure Prince Lalilos will like you a lot.
Of course, fine.
I would love to help you, but I'm most dreadfully busy. A kind of epidemic seems to have broken out in Seastone.
An epidemic in Seastone?
It's strange. We're getting reports from the whole of the Middle Kingdom. Objects and beings have been changed.
What do you mean?
The situation isn't clear. It appears as if some kind of terrible power is gradually moving through the whole land, changing it. Do you remember the story of the Nothing? A big blackness that gradually swallowed a fairy kingdom bit by bit.
Of course.
This time it is much worse. It is pink.
An epidemic in Seastone. Is it wise for me and it to go there? On the other hand, Wilbur and the Archmage are in Seastone. Perhaps I can help them to fight the epidemic in exchange for them helping me with my problem.
No tak czy inaczej będziemy musieli się tam wybrać. Ale no nie byliśmy w stanie powiedzieć matce, że jesteśmy w ciąży. Ale to już wiemy, dlaczego przytyliśmy. Chociaż no ja nie widzę różnicy.
I can blame Mother for a lot of things. On the contrary, she does the same work as 3 people put together, because she doesn't trust anyone to do it as well.
Jak każda matka. Spójrz na króla.
Pa doesn't like getting up early. He always says he needs lots of sleep, but he's never said why. Hey, Pa, the day started ages ago.
What? Oh, Ivo, how's my favourite daughter?
I'm your only daughter.
Oh, that I had 100. You are and will remain something very special. The other 99 will be as well, though.
Pa, you're nuts.
Mamy piękny dzień, prawda?
Isn't it a wonderful day today? Again.
Just as the caterpillars cough in the morning dew. Yet, something seems to be troubling you.
Tak, ojcze, jestem w ciąży i nie mam zielonego pojęcia z kim. Kto jest ojcem mojego dziecka?
She looked me up like a small child.
Have you argued again?
She started it.
She loves you.
And she only wants the best for me. How can it be best for me if she constantly criticises me and forces me to do things that I don't want to do?
She believes that this will help prepare you for the life that awaits you.
I'd just like to decide for myself.
I know. Your mother just doesn't understand that, because she never had that choice.
Zawsze bierzesz stronę matki?
You are always defending her. Doesn't she drive you mad too?
Naturally.
Then why don't you tell her?
Does the gnu talk of spring when the shadows are tickling the squirrel? I love her. It's just a phase. She'll change. And if she doesn't change, then I will not love her any less. I love you both as you are, warts and all.
Ale tatulek jest nadzwyczaj cierpliwy. Albo po prostu ma wszystko Wiecie, o co chodzi. Też chcę, abym poślubiła księcia.
Mother wants me to marry this Prince Lalilos.
I did hear about that.
Is that your wish too?
All I wish for is for you to be happy.
Haha, so I'm not going to marry him.
Unfortunately, not all wishes are granted.
Oh,
You are an elf princess. You will need to marry sooner or later. It's just when and who. I'd rather just leave that to Mother Nature.
I wish you could convince Mother of that.
I fear her faith in your taste of men has been shaken a little since... Well, you know. She wants to prevent your heart being broken again. That's why she is choosing someone that she thinks is right for you.
Ja uważam zawsze, że to dziecko powinno decydować, z kim chce być. Czy użyłbyś artefaktu losu?
Pa, would you have used the artifact of divine fate, or would you have hidden it like we did?
I think that too much power can corrupt any one of us.
But you have great powers, and you've never used them for evil.
I could have cured diseased woodlands with the artifact, cleaned rivers in the air. And then what? Then I might have chased away the lumberjacks and destroyed the factories of the dwarves.
But I could have helped a lot of humans.
Things take time, Ivo. If you force change before its time has come, then it won't last.
Jestem w ciąży.
I need to tell you something, Father, but I'm not sure how.
You shouldn't worry too much. It's not good for the baby.
You know.
Has a zebra got stripes?
How can it have happened? Why?
I don't know. Is that important?
It is. I want to know what's happened to me.
Then look for the answers, my little bud.
How can you be so calm about it?
Because I know that everything will be fine in the end.
And if it isn't fine?
Then it is not the end.
Ale widzę, że tatulek ma problemy z brudem, ponieważ rosną na nim grzyby. Muszę udać się do kamienia morskiego, aby spotkać się z arcymagiem.
If you don't know what the pregnancy's all about, then I'll have to travel to Seastone and ask the Archmage.
The fact that I don't know means that you did not get pregnant by natural means. And if something does not conform to the laws of nature, then it must be magic. No one knows more about these things than Alistair.
We agree then.
Like snails munching cabbage. Only your mother isn't going to permit it.
I know, but I'll work on that.
Oświeć mnie, ojcze.
Enlighten me, Father.
The wide sky and the burning sun, denied by those who are unwary. They may be clever, but they are not wise.
That is interesting.
Okej, do zobaczenia.
I've got quite a lot to think about.
Goodbye, little daughter.
See you later, Father.
Spoko gościu, nie? Ten ojciec. W porównaniu do matki, to jak... A w sumie przeciwieństwa się przyciągają. Spójrz na kamienną tablicę.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Naprawdę uważasz, że jestem gruba?
Do you really think that I look fat?
You aren't really fat, my darling, but you aren't perfect either.
Do I have to be perfect?
No one is perfect, but that doesn't stop us striving for it. Once you are happy with yourself, then you become overindulgent. Dissatisfaction can take you far, my darling.
Czyli tak czy inaczej, matka uważa, że jestem gruby. Naprawdę uważasz, że ten książę do mnie pasuje?
Why do you want me to marry this particular prince?
Because I think that will be best for you.
And if I don't like him?
Then you will learn to love him.
Why can't I fall in love first and then marry?
And what happens if you don't fall in love? You won't ever marry then? Don't be childish, Ivadora.
Jak ty i tatko się poznaliście?
When you married father, how long had you known each other?
Just a few days. I fell in love with him instantly. He was the wisest and most handsome elf that I had ever met.
And if you hadn't loved him, or if perhaps you hadn't even liked him?
Then I would have married him anyway. It is the duty of the princess to secure royal succession.
Whether she wants it or not?
You didn't want to go to school either. Today you can play music, paint, speak a dozen different languages and have realized what a gift education is. Please, just trust me. Sometimes only parents know what's best.
Czy możemy coś zrobić, aby powstrzymać epidemię w kamieniu morskim?
Do you know what can be done to fight the epidemic in Seastone?
Done? Nothing, my darling. It's a matter for humans. We will only observe.
How hard would it be for us to actually help solve a problem for once, instead of waiting for it to solve itself?
If Alistair needs my advice, he can ask me, and up to now he has not done that.
But...
I'm not going to interfere.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Jak ja mam się uśmiechać, skoro matka decyduje o moim życiu, o moim partnerze i tak dalej, i tak dalej?
This symbol's on the bottom of the mirror bowl in the garden. No idea what it means. That's Mother's area of expertise.
No dobra, czyli jeszcze raz. Porozmawiajmy z królową i zapytajmy się ją o ten symbol.
Mother?
Yes, Ivador.
Co oznaczają symbole na kamiennych tablicach?
Those symbols on the columns, what do they mean?
First your insights concerning your wedding, and now an interest in the spiritual. You do surprise me. The three symbols depict the three different forms that water takes. They are important in many rituals. Water that falls from the sky. Water that springs from the earth. And water that is bathed by moonlight.
Oh.
Czy są różne postacie, jakie przyjmuje woda?
What's all this different forms of water all about then? You told me earlier about the different forms of water. What does it actually mean?
Not all water is the same. It changes. If it bubbles out of a spring, then it is spring water. Then it turns into stream water, perhaps into river water, and then sometimes later into sea water. The voice of water changes, its soul.
And if different forms of water are mixed together...
Then you can create water with powerful magical properties. But it's not as easy as you might imagine. Water is constantly changing its form. Rain is water from the sky, but as soon as it lands in a puddle, then it becomes common puddle water.
See you later, Mother.
Don't pull a face like a wilted willow, Ivo. Smile.
Nie będę się uśmiechał do ciebie, matko. Nie, żebym cię nie lubił, ale no wiesz, no. Niekoniecznie zgadzam się z twoimi poglądami.
Pa?
Yes.
Do zobaczenia.
I've got quite...
Goodbye.
See you later.
Z tatusiem już porozmawiać się nie da. No dobra.
The waterfall and I have been neighbours for so long that I don't really hear it anymore. There appears to be an amazing collection of stuff accumulated in the little pond. I wonder if there's anything there that could prove useful.
No tak, tutaj mamy wanienkę dla ptaków. Obstawiam, że to weź kilka robaków? A na co mi robaki?
I really shouldn't... it's only Earth. I should tell Mother how her daughter...
Po co mi robaki, skoro ja już rybę złowiłem? Tutaj mamy magiczne lustro i obstawiam, że tutaj będę musiał 3 rodzaje wody wlać.
You're having a good time, I see.
What can I do for you?
Muszę opuścić elfią knieję.
Arbor, I'm going to have to leave the elf burrow for a few days.
Your mother giving you permission?
Not as such.
Oh, she not gonna like that. But one has to do what one has to do. I wish you a good journey.
Oh, thank you, Arbor. And don't tell anyone I told you.
I wouldn't dream of it. Just don't you go staying away too long now. You know time out there runs much quicker than here in the woodland realm.
Of course. In the outside world, we elves age like humans. That's why most elves avoid it like the plague.
Quite right.
Na czym polega ta cała ciąża?
Tell me, you know a bit about nature, don't you? How does this childbearing stuff work exactly?
Oh, don't know. Ask myself the same question. The bees pollinate the flowers. The flower seeds are carried away by the wind and new plants grow. Very simple and easy, that. But elves, humans and dwarves don't produce nectar. What have you got to offer the bees?
Yeah, and also our children don't grow in the earth, they grow in us.
I know. Isn't it absurd?
I have to get on. Don't work too hard.
That I won't.
An all-knowing mirror. In the current situation, that would be more than useful. The only question is how to cast a spell over the mirror. I've never done that before.
Może książka będzie wiedziała, chociaż to jest książka lekarska, ale...
I wish there was something to indicate that the book was wrong. I'm pregnant. I just know that I need to get out of here before Mother finds out.
Czyli z książką porozmawiać nie mogę. No dobra. Mogę wejść za to do swojego pokoju i tu też mamy jakąś wodę. Wejść dzbanek.
That's just what I need.
Potrzebuję wody z nieba, wody z ziemi i jeszcze jakieś wody. Dzbanek z wodą z wodospadu. Sprawdźmy, co się stanie, jak wleję tą wodę do michy. W jaki sposób If to skomentuje?
Water from the waterfall. One could also say water that has fallen from the sky.
Czyli mamy wodę z nieba.
It works. One of the symbols is glowing.
Okej, potrzebuję jeszcze wody z ziemi. Teoretycznie ogrodnictwem zajmuje się Arbor. Ale ja z nim rozmawiałem już na wszystkie tematy.
You're having...
What can I do for you?
Potrzebuję specjalnego rodzaju wody.
I need a special sort of water, Arbor. Can you help me?
A special sort of water? Now who's been dreaming that stuff up then?
Arbor, please help. I need water that spills out of the ground.
There, the waterfall. As much water as you want.
Oh, it's not that simple. That water's changed. I need water directly out of the earth.
You elves always like to make things complicated, don't you? You got a container? There you go. And don't start telling me that this is some kind of snot water or the like. This be tip-top quality groundwater.
Should work. Thank you. I have to get on.
That I won't.
Czyli rozumiem, że Arbor po prostu nalał do butelki, tak?
Let's hope that Arbor's donation of water that spills from the earth will work. It hasn't really spilled from the earth, but it is groundwater, and it's never seen the sun. Aha! That's got the second symbol to glow.
Okej, czyli jeszcze jedno źródło wody potrzebujemy. Tutaj kapie woda, ale być może... Woda z wanienki dla ptaków? Spróbujmy. Nie? A z sadzawki? Też nie. Dobra, jeszcze jedno źródło wody widziałem, wiecie gdzie? Tutaj. Spójrz na księżycową studnię.
If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then the only problem is, Mother God... If that isn't water bathed by moonshine, then I don't know what is. The only problem... If that isn't... The only...
No dobra, czyli matka tego pilnuje.
Mother?
Yes, Ivadora.
Potrzebuję odrobiny księżycowej wody.
That stuff in the moon well. That's water bathed by moonlight, isn't it?
Of course it is, my darling.
Could I take some of it?
It is holy water. We only use it for special occasions. What do you need it for?
Chce mi się pić. Chcę przygotować miksturę, to woda to ważny składnik.
I need it for a potion. It's one of the most important ingredients.
Really? What sort of potion?
Chcę nadmuchać do wody jak najwięcej powietrza i sprzedawać ją jako za mnóstwo pieniędzy. Chcę przygotować miksturę upiększającą. Chcę przygotować miksturę wzrostu dla roślin.
Well, the moon waters are particularly pure and clean water. I thought that it could form the basis of a beauty potion.
It is true that this water is purported to have healing powers.
I didn't want to trouble you with this, but then I thought, if I'm meant to be looking my best for the prince, then such a potion wouldn't do any harm.
Oh, absolutely. Do you have a vessel? May the Moonwell water give you the help you need to become more beautiful, just as it has always helped me.
Potrzebuję jeszcze trochę księżycowej wody. Do zobaczenia.
See you later.
Don't pull a face like a...
Dobra, przez to, że matka jest jaka jest, okłamaliśmy ją. Nie wiem, czy to dobrze, czy źle, że to zrobiliśmy, ale... No, jeżeli chcemy przeprowadzić rytuał, to było to wskazane.
Right, now water that has been bathed in moonshine. That must mean the water that's come from the moon well. Now all the symbols are glowing. Hello? Are you there?
I'm always there.
Moja pierwsza magiczna inkantacja, nieźle.
I cast a spell over you single-handedly with no help.
You had help, you just didn't realise it.
No, I did it by myself.
I'm the all-knowing seer. I'm telling you, you are wrong.
Naprawdę jesteś wszystko wiedzący?
Are you really all-knowing?
No, but it sounds better than I am the seer who saw more than any other being in the world and yet didn't see all.
Kim właściwie jesteś i gdzie jesteś?
I did summon you, but I don't really know anything about you. Do you live in the water, or are you the water?
No, the water is just a reflective surface. I live on the other side of the mirrors. I see what happens in front of mirrors. To you, they are simple reflections. To me, they are the window through which I view your world.
Okay.
Jesteś też w lustrze w mojej sypialni?
So you live on the other side of all mirrors. Does that include the one in my bedroom?
I can look through any reflective surface. I see all.
You do close your eyes, when it's the decent thing to do, right?
I see all.
Yes, understood. But if someone's undressing in front of their mirror or doing embarrassing things that no one else should see, you do look away, right?
I can see into the furthest reaches of the world. I see the good and the bad, the beautiful and the abominable.
You saw me giving an imaginary harp concert in front of my mirror.
I count that amongst the abominable.
Okej. Matka i inni przyzwajają cię, aby prosić o porady.
And Mother and others summon you to ask your advice.
I wouldn't exactly describe it as asking. They know how to reach me via one of the mirrors. They want me to give them information, and if I don't answer, they just stand there and stare at me.
So you help them.
That is the question, is it not? Do I have an interest in supporting either one or the other side, or would I rather watch a catastrophe unfold?
So you'd pour oil onto the fire just because you want to watch the flames?
I could, but mostly I restrict myself to watching. I love to see how things develop. I can't abide when things come to a standstill. That's when I'm always tempted to give someone a shove in the right direction.
Co wiesz o epidemii w Kamieniu Pomorskim?
There's talk of an epidemic in Seastone which is spreading. Do you know anything about it?
It is not an epidemic.
What is it then?
It's something that you get involved with.
Can you see into the future?
Stories repeat themselves. Other places, other participants, but the course remains the same. Good fights evil.
Jestem w ciąży, a nie powinnam. Co o tym wiesz?
Why am I pregnant?
You are pregnant?
Should you not know that? You being the nearly all-knowing oracle.
I didn't see that. When did you get pregnant?
I'm asking you.
Stupid romance. A woodland glade, a bed in the cornfield, not a mirror in sight. Couldn't you and Nate have done that somewhere else?
Done what?
Oh, yes. Nothing at all, princess.
Potrzebuję hasła Straży Granicznej.
I need today's password for the Woodland Realm Border Watch. Do you know it?
Of course. Your mother told the commander of the guards when she was standing next to the mirror surface of the moon well.
Can I have it?
Absolutely. I want to see how this develops. And there are quite a few surprises awaiting you in Seastone.
Which, of course, you're not going to tell me about.
They wouldn't be surprises if I told you about them.
By any chance, is the password melon?
How do you know that?
Stories repeat themselves. Do you not know that? Thanks for that unsettling conversation. I have to go.
Yes, you must. But we will see each other again soon.
You mean to say you will see me and follow my every move?
Yes, but I didn't mean that. You will seek me out before this story ends.
Really?
Yes, you will want to help a friend in need and won't know how to. That's when you will seek and find me.
Where will I find you?
In a flying town, in a house with no corners. Till then, Princess Ivo of the Woodland Realm.
But, oh...
No dobra, czyli udało nam się poznać hasło i byśmy w jakiś sposób musieli opuścić tą lokację. Ale moi drodzy, ja myślę, że tym zajmiemy się już w kolejnym odcinku. Mam nadzieję, że ten wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę, trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!